Imagine running a business that earns billions of dollars each year. You don't pay a single cent in government taxes. You don't spend money on advertising your services. You can't even sue your customers when things go wrong. And every single mistake could instantly get you killed. Yet for over a century, one organization built a massive empire. An empire larger than many modern Fortune 500 companies today. So how did a criminal organization become so rich? And more importantly, why hasn't anyone been able to stop it? Stacks of hidden cash circulate through the underworld every single day. Old Mafia photographs capture the faces of legendary historical bosses. Sleek luxury cars cruise quietly through narrow cobblestone European streets. Secret meetings take place behind closed doors in dim rooms. Police raids shatter the silence of the quiet midnight hours. Battered newspaper headlines scream terrifying news about the syndicate's latest crimes. The story begins in Sicily, far from the halls of power. Poverty grips the small towns where families struggle to survive daily. A weak government fails to provide any basic legal protection. No police officers patrol the dangerous streets to help citizens. The Mafia did not begin as international drug dealers at all. They began by selling simple protection to vulnerable local merchants. The audience looks closely, realizing they were basically a business. Protection became the very first product offered by the syndicate. Local businesses paid hard cash every single month without fail. They paid not because they wanted to support the group. They paid because refusing to pay was entirely too expensive. Fear quickly transformed into a reliable, highly profitable business model. Now the organization expands its reach into completely new markets. Illegal gambling dens open behind unmarked doors in hidden basements. Smuggling operations move contraband across borders under the cover of night. Construction industries fall completely under the strict control of the syndicate. Waste management contracts are secured through intimidation and silent threats. Labor unions are heavily manipulated to serve the interests of bosses. Lucrative government contracts flow directly into pockets controlled by organized crime. Every single new business venture produces massive streams of cash. This brings us to the secret nobody ever talks about. This is the very first major twist in our story. The Mafia never actually became rich primarily through physical violence. Violence was merely used to protect the money they generated. The real money came from controlling businesses and cash flow. This surprising realization completely changes how viewers understand the criminal empire. Then the organization enters the explosive era of illegal narcotics. Profits from drug trafficking become unimaginably enormous across the board. Legal businesses typically earn modest margins of 10 to 20%. Illegal markets offer profits that are many times higher than that. Extreme scarcity and high legal risk drive these incredible profit margins. This is precisely where their overall wealth exploded into billions. Next comes one of the most fascinating chapters of all. We must examine how dirty, illegal money eventually becomes clean. Restaurants serve as primary fronts for mixing cash flows together. Casinos easily absorb millions of dollars in unverified cash daily. Construction projects launder massive sums through inflated material and labor costs. Real estate purchases secure dirty funds into tangible, valuable property assets. Businesses that seamlessly mix legal and illegal income baffle investigators. This is where viewers finally realize the true sophistication involved. Most people mistakenly assume that everyone joined purely out of greed. The reality of recruitment was often much more complicated than that. Poverty forced many desperate young individuals to seek alternative survival paths. Family ties and generational loyalty bound members tightly to the group. Protection from hostile rival factions offered a sense of security. Status within the local community provided respect and instant social power. Economic opportunity drew in ambitious youth with limited career choices available. We must humanize these complex motivations without glorifying criminal actions. Now the documentary dramatically changes its tone to show consequences. Local businesses are forced to close their doors for good. Families face terrifying threats that disrupt their peaceful daily lives entirely. Government corruption spreads deeply through institutions meant to protect citizens. Severe economic damage strangles the growth of entire local communities. Pervasive fear dictates the daily movements of ordinary, hard-working people everywhere. Make viewers understand the profound broader impact on modern society. Can an entrenched criminal syndicate like the Mafia ever be destroyed? Explaining why total eradication remains exceptionally difficult for law enforcement agencies. Even if top leaders are arrested, the core problem remains. Accumulated money stays hidden safely within complex international financial networks. Criminal networks remain intact even after high-profile arrests take place. Public demand for illicit goods and services never truly goes away. New ambitious leaders constantly emerge from the shadows to take command. Organized crime proves itself remarkably capable of adapting to change. We finally reach the ending with a powerful, lingering thought. The Mafia did not become powerful because of big guns. They became powerful by understanding a fundamental rule of commerce. Every successful business in the world understands this core principle. Control the money, and you ultimately control the entire market. Unlike legitimate businesses, the Mafia built its empire through fear. Coercion and brutal violence formed the foundation of their corporate expansion. Their actions left lasting, irreversible harm to vulnerable communities everywhere. In the end, the greatest weapon was never the gun. The ultimate weapon driving the entire criminal empire was economics. Financial ledgers recorded every transaction that kept the syndicate alive. Hidden accounts offshore sheltered billions of dollars from government tax collectors. Corrupt officials accepted bribes to look the other way during shipments. Small store owners handed over envelopes with trembling, exhausted hands monthly. Smugglers moved cargo across borders under the cover of dense fog. Secret codes and whispered passwords protected illegal meetings from police surveillance. Generations passed down criminal enterprises like legitimate family-owned mercantile businesses. Markets adjusted rapidly whenever law enforcement shut down a major road. Supply chains for illicit goods stretched across multiple continents seamlessly. Underground banking systems transferred funds instantly without leaving paper trails. Legitimate storefronts masked the heavy flow of illegal cash daily. Property investments absorbed millions of dollars of unaccounted criminal revenue. Auditors struggled to find discrepancies in expertly forged corporate financial records. Local police departments often lacked the resources to investigate complex financial crimes. Witnesses stayed silent out of sheer terror for their families' safety. Prosecutors built cases slowly over years using informants and financial records. Trial proceedings exposed the inner workings of the vast criminal syndicate. Convictions sent high-ranking bosses away for long prison sentences. Despite major arrests, underground markets quickly found new ways to operate. Economic principles dictated that high consumer demand always creates supply channels. The cycle of crime, money, and control continued across decades. Historians and economists studied the syndicate to understand organized crime dynamics. Researchers analyzed how protection rackets mirrored modern corporate monopoly practices. Tax evasion strategies pioneered by mobsters influenced white-collar crime evolution. The boundaries between legitimate commerce and illicit enterprise often blurred dangerously. Port cities served as the primary gateways for international smuggling operations. Customs inspectors faced constant pressure and intimidation from corrupt local syndicates. Underground lotteries provided steady daily income from working-class neighborhoods. Loan sharking trapped desperate borrowers in endless cycles of crippling debt. High interest rates ensured that debts could rarely be paid off fully. Enforcers collected payments swiftly to maintain fear across the local district. The architecture of the underworld was built on absolute secrecy and silence. Omerta became the unbreakable code binding every member to the organization. Betrayal carried the ultimate penalty, enforced without hesitation or mercy. family dinners masked the grim realities of the dangerous business outside. Children grew up learning the unwritten rules of survival and discretion. Wives managed households while remaining fully aware of their husbands' illicit occupations. Neighborhoods policed themselves out of fear of drawing unwanted syndicate attention. Local politicians secured votes through backroom deals and syndicate influence. Police precinct commanders sometimes accepted regular payouts to ignore illegal activities. Judges faced severe intimidation when presiding over high-profile mafia criminal trials. Prisons became universities of crime where younger inmates learned advanced techniques. Cartels and international syndicates eventually partnered with traditional mafia families globally. Global trade routes opened up new avenues for narcotics distribution networks. Digital banking later provided modern tools for concealing massive international money transfers. Cybercrime and cryptocurrency introduced new frontiers for organized financial concealment. Despite modernization, the fundamental economic motives of organized crime remained unchanged. Governments worldwide adapted their laws to target illicit financial assets directly. Asset forfeiture laws allowed authorities to seize property bought with dirty money. International task forces coordinated investigations across multiple borders to track funds. Whistleblowers and turncoats provided crucial inside testimony to dismantle leadership hierarchies. Documentary archives preserve the history of these monumental economic and criminal battles. Viewers are left to ponder the thin line between commerce and crime. The pursuit of profit can lead societies down dark, unexpected paths. Power often concentrates wherever money flows without proper regulatory oversight. Organized crime thrives in the gaps left by weak institutional governance. Economics remains the hidden engine powering every syndicate across human history. Control the financial flows, and you control the destiny of markets. The legacy of the Mafia serves as a stark warning about unregulated power. Understanding their economic blueprint helps society recognize the warning signs early. The true weapon of the criminal underworld was never the gun. In the end, the ultimate instrument of empire was pure economics.